Hello everybody, welcome my family and friends out there. Today I want to talk about something, and we call them cracklings. This is chicharrones, that's what they call them in Spanish. Now, I can get them fresh at a local store here. It's a very small family store, but I'd like you to understand the price on them has gone outrageous. I used to buy them fresh and I would put them in my freezer back when they were about $1.25 a pound, which was only about 2 years ago. Now they've gone up to $5 a pound, and that is just more than I'm willing to pay. So a friend of mine, well, I wouldn't say a friend, an acquaintance, she's Hispanic, and she makes what they call a chicharron burrito from the bag. They're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. And this bag only costs $1.79. And let me tell you, it makes wonderful burritos. Come to find out, a lot of the restaurants use the exact same thing. So I decided I would switch and use these. And it is an inexpensive meal that will feed about 4 people 2 burritos, maybe even more. So let's get started on this. What we're going to do is we're going to open the bag, okay, of the chicharrones, and we're going to put them in a pot, okay, with some water first. It's going to be water first. Okay, now here we are. We put our chicharrones in a pot. Now it looks like a lot, but it really isn't, and I'm going to pour a glass of water in this. Now, I'm going to put 2 glasses in total because we want these to cook first with the water by themselves, okay? But eventually we want quite a bit of the liquid to completely cook out of them. But the chicharrones need enough water to soak up, to soften up, to be able to make the kind of burritos I'm looking to make. So let's get our second glass of water here and pour it in. Whoops, okay, here I have my second glass of water. I hit my camera here. That's why I said whoops. Now I'm going to put 2 glasses of water in here, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a lid on this. And I'm going to let this just cook a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to add some salsa to this, okay? And we're going to make burritos, and I'm going to show you how. Now, I make my own homemade tortillas. But if you don't, you can use store-bought tortillas. So let's get these here cooking. And then we're going to come back and add some salsa to it in a few minutes, okay? As you can see, this is just nothing but water for now. And I don't add anything to it because my salsa has garlic and spices in it. So I don't think I need to add anything. We'll come back in just a few minutes, and we'll add our salsa to it and check on them and see how they're doing. Okay, you remember how the pot looks so full and how it's cooked down? Now you see there's still quite a bit of water in the bottom of this, but that's okay because we're still going to let these keep cooking. But right now, we're going to add some salsa to this. And it's my homemade salsa. And I don't worry about how much I put in there. See? This was full. And, see my mayonnaise lid? My video about how to save money by reusing your mayonnaise tops instead of buying the ones that Ball tries to sell you. I know you see a lot of steam here. We're just going to mix this in real good. And then we're going to put the top back on it. And I'm going to show you what I got on this back burner here. Whoa, the steam is really rolling off of that. I got some beans over here. See that big nice piece of fat in there? I'm going to make these into what I call a refried bean, which is nothing more than taking a masher and mashing the beans. And I'm even going to mash that big piece of fat right into those beans so everybody gets a little bit of taste of it. So, but I want them to cook a little more because they're not boiling just yet. They're just kind of steaming. And we're going to put these burritos together and show you what they look like. Delicious. Guess what? inexpensive. For $1.79 and a few beans, you got yourself a meal for 4 or 5 people, and that is awesome. In a hard time when you don't have much money, for $1.79 you can feed 4 or 5. Okay, as you can see here, our beans have started to boil. This is my masher. Now, I'm going to try to do this basically with one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other. And we're just going to mash these beans up real good. And we don't care if the fat gets mashed up in there too. Now this takes a little bit of time, especially if you're holding the camera with one hand and watching the pot slide all over the place. But, you know, let me see if I can set this camera down and do this. I'm not sure I can. But this is all you want to do. You just want to smash your beans. Let me see. Just smash them. They have a little too much liquid in here, but that's okay. We can always cook some of it down. Let's see if we get in here closer. Give you a better look. Because you're just going to use this to, how do I say, paint the tortilla, so to speak, with the beans. Just a small amount. I'm getting juice from the beans all over the stove, holding the camera and doing this at the same time, which means more cleanup for me in the end. Okay, you know what? Let me see if I can bring this over here and get a better grip. Well, great. Now I got it all over my cabinet. Oh, well. I guess that's what sponges were created for, right? Okay, let's see if we can get this smashed up here. Okay, you see that? We got the beans nice and smashed up there. We're just going to let them cook a little bit. Just simmer a little bit, not much. It doesn't matter that they're a little bit on the runny side. We're going to take a look at these chicharrones over here, or cracklings, wherever you're from, whatever you call them. Different states have different names for things. I've noticed that. This steam is rolling here. But as you can see, hopefully, there's not a lot of liquid in the bottom. Now, you don't want a lot of liquid because if you put a lot of liquid on your flour tortilla, you will definitely, I'm going to turn this off, you will definitely have too wet of a burrito. So, a trick is when you put this up, let it kind of drain. I have a slotted spoon, but let it drain a little bit, you see? So you're not getting all that water in there. Okay, we're going to put the top back on this. Our beans are coming to a rolling boil. And we're going to get ready here to make our burritos. I'm going to show you here how I heat up my tortillas. Right over the open fire, okay? Just like that. You see how they start to bubble up on the top? They will rebubble themselves up. It's a sign they're reheating. I don't pull out my hot plate or just for this. Then I'll take it, come over here and throw it over here. I'm going to get this all the way. I'm going to hand this camera to somebody else because I can't do everything. I cannot do this and hold the camera too. Now, I'm going to put some beans on this. Remember the beans I made? I said you were just going to kind of paint the tortilla. This is what you're doing with the beans. Then, the chicharrones. You want to get your chicharrones. You're just going to kind of line your burrito like that. And then you want to roll it. And I'm going to roll it like this. And then I'm going to do another one. And you just kind of keep doing this till you get all of your tortillas, your chicharrones, or however many people in your family, till you have enough done. And if you have a huge family, You might need 2 bags, but I can't say. It just depends on your family. I know for a family of 4, this is enough. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put this right here. And I'm going to take some of these beans. This is how they do it at the restaurants, too. The restaurants here charge $3 to $54 for a burrito for one of these. And then I'm just going to line this. And then once again, roll it up. That's it. Okay? See that? And that is it, folks. Simple, easy, but delicious. And very, very inexpensive. It's a good meal to make for those difficult, hard times when you don't have a whole lot of money. Well, God bless you. May He watch over you and keep you. And have a very blessed day.